Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to GT Sports Mates, where we will be bringing you a race from Maggiore. Now, it's a track we don't do all that often, but it is actually a fantastic track. I'll admit it's a track I'm not particularly all that good at, but Josh, well, he always tends to do pretty well here. Now, this is Josh that we're behind in the Corvette. Somehow, I don't know how, I managed to out-qualify Josh. I'm in third place. Just probably one of them absolute fluke laps, I'll be completely honest with you. But let's get on with it. As you can see, already through the first couple of corners there. Now, interesting thing I want to point out straight away is the choice of cars for this track. Very interesting indeed. So you have myself in the Mustang, which is very, very fast in a straight line, and there are some other cars also very, very quick in a straight line, but they suffer in the corners. There's other cars in this lobby that are fantastic in the corners, but suffer in the straights. And then you've got the Corvette. Now Josh has chose a perfect car really, because it is super quick in a straight line and it's also very good in the corners. And it's a deadly combo. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this race actually unfolds, because he's going to be absolutely all over me throughout these corners. I might be able to pull away in the straights, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I'll say that from the get-go. Coming into sector 3 now, as you start dropping down the hill to the best corner of the entire track. It's a fantastic, I love this corner. It's a big right-hander, and if you hook it up proper, just getting on the curb and then little rumble strips, it kind of pulls you and catapults you out the other side. It's absolutely fantastic corner. Absolutely love it. Best corner in the entire, on the entire track. Coming through the final few corners now. Now it's a 5-lap race, so you know everyone's kind of using the first lap just to almost get used to it, I suppose. There's been no offset yet that we've seen. There's no penalties that we've seen either. But you know, it's 5 laps. All that can definitely change. Coming down now to the very difficult left-hander onto the home straight. This is very, very tricky to get right actually, that, because it kind of falls away from you and then goes very wide. So it's very easy to actually end up going far too wide and off track there. But Josh and myself actually did a pretty good job around there. But you can see now, under braking, the Corvette much better under braking, and he just closes that gap so well. And he's going to try and get as close as he can around here. I almost go on the grass, as you just saw, just about keeping it off. Actually, that would have spun me out. I guarantee that would have spun me out. But Josh doing super well through these slower corners. And you can see, look at the gap now. It's down to it's down to nothing, isn't it? He's right behind me there. Now, for anyone who is familiar with the channel, normally, as Josh looks for the move up the inside there, and he just wasn't close enough. But what I was going to say is, for anyone who's familiar with the channel, you might notice that there isn't 2 screens up. So I normally only do that if myself and whoever's driving are quite far apart. Well, we're right next to each other, so it doesn't make any sense to show both screens. We're going to keep it with the one screen so we can see the action as a whole. Going through the very tricky sector, I always suffer with it, and Josh has got a fantastic run on me there. It's going to be a drag race down here now. The Mustang is faster in a straight line, but it's not that much faster. But Josh has got the inside line. I cannot turn in. He's right there. He gets round, and it's a perfect pass. I left the door open. I left the entire barn open, actually, and he just waltzed straight in. So that's my fault there. But, you know, Josh has got to be in a position for that to work, and he definitely was. He got himself into the position. Can I get it back, though? Looking around the outside here. Uncharted territory for the Mustang, trying to take more speed around the corner. But it looks like we've actually managed to do it, and we've got that position back at the end of the second lap. This is heating up to be a fantastic race. Hard on the brakes early to turn in perfectly around that corner. Otherwise you'll end up in that grass, and then in that barrier, and then shooting across the track into the other side. I've done that. And pretty much everyone else has too. Hard on the brakes there for the Corvette, going into the corner. Very, very late braking by Josh, but he can. That Corvette is so good on the brakes. So he can do that. I just can't do that in the Mustang. So yeah, Josh pulls it off brilliantly, taking the lead back on lap number 3 here, midway through the race, lap 3 of 5, and Josh has gone up into 3rd now. This is where it's going to get interesting. So decent straight here, then a lot of corners, and then a long straight. Can I catch up? At what point will I be able to make a move? Coming down to the end of that straight there, and you can see I've already caught up a little bit. Now comes the twists and turns. This is going to favour the Corvette. Now let's see if Josh can pull away through these sectors. I am going a little bit more gentle than I normally would, simply because I don't want to pick up a penalty, which you can very easily do here, but I'm just going to run a little bit wider than I wanted to. I think I've avoided the penalty there though, but Josh has not been able to pull away, and now I'm well and truly in his toe. Can I get a pass on Josh coming in to the best right-hander of the track? Here we go. I'm going to go down the inside. Josh again, he did what I did. He just couldn't defend that. I came out of nowhere down the inside. It's a like-for-like pass, one lap after the other. This is fantastic racing. Super clean, super quick, and just super fun, I will say. But Josh is coming back. He's got the slip. He's on my inside. I can't do anything. Am I going to be able to hang it around the outside again? Possibly. I don't know. Josh has got the inside line, but I'm going to come across. Am I going to get the... it's getting too tight. Am I going to get the corner done? I think I am, and I'm coming back across his front. I'm going to take third place back. This is brilliant. I can't remember the last time we had a race where I was swapping positions with someone so much, and it's going to happen again down the home straight. He's on the inside line. I can't move over to defend. He's too far alongside. He's going to outbrake me. I know it. All I can do is try and brake as late as I can and look to possibly get a cutback. Not really going to happen. I just tap him on the back though, which didn't help me. Probably helped Josh a little bit though. Yeah, give him a little boost out the corners. But it's just so super good, this race. Super clean, super fast, super fun. Looking again at making that corner. I always mess up that corner. Now luckily you can go quite wide there. You're not really going to pick up a penalty. But it doesn't really help you out. As you can see, I just very quickly glanced back, and all of a sudden a BMW, was it? I think it was, out of nowhere has caught up with me and Josh because of the fantastic battle we're actually having. 1 and 2, they've gone. They're probably already at home. But me and Josh are having a fantastic battle here, and because of it, we've allowed the guy in fourth to catch up, and that's actually going to put, well, at the minute, it's going to put me in some significant danger, because if he passes me, then I've got to get past two of them, and I really don't want that to be happening. So let's see if we can hold him off whilst looking to catch up to Josh again as we drop down the hill here. Josh is going to go sort. I thought he was going to go very defensive. He's going to overrun a little bit. I'm going to get that hook and pulled around the corner. It's kind of pulled me towards him a little bit more. The BMW behind was super close as well. We saw him come whizzing across the back of the car. It looks like on the map he did make the corner, so fair play to him. But now I am completely all over the back bumper of Josh. Am I going to go around the outside? Thought about it. Josh is going to go way out to defend, and I think he's going to be able to hold me off this time around, and I think he's done it. He has. Actually, he's done it better than anything. He's pulled away, so not ideal for me, but Josh has very quickly learned to not leave that outside lane open, because I will just go around the corner. And, well, I say I will. I'll definitely attempt, but the BMW now well and truly in the field of play. Coming down, he's got the inside line. Is he going to outbrake? He's not gone for the dive bomb either. Full credit to the driver. I'll be honest, I was expecting a massive dive bomb into that corner. He was certainly close enough, and he didn't go for it. So, you know, hats off to him. Super clean. Good sportsmanship racing right there. Josh doing a fairly good job around the first few corners. Myself doing a decenter job. BMW has dropped off a little bit, maybe because he had to brake so hard for the first corner instead of going for the massive dive bomb. He did brake. Maybe that's cost him a bit of time, but it's not all over. He's still well and truly behind. It only takes a penalty or a slight slide, and he could easily come storming through. I go a little bit deeper than I wanted to though. Josh doing very, very well, super tight, and he's just starting to stretch a little bit now on the 5th lap as I go almost all the way over the grass. That could have been absolutely deadly through that sector on the final lap. Once again, going to drop down the hill. Looking back, it's equidistance between 3rd and 4th, and 4th and 5th. This is looking like this is where we're going to end up. Am I going to go for it? I tell you what, I thought about it. It almost paid off. If Josh hadn't have got that, if Josh hadn't have turned in when he did, there's a very good chance I might have got past him there. So yeah, super defensive driving from Josh there, to be completely aware of where I was, because I was nowhere near him. But as you saw, I was nowhere near him. It was a bit of a dive bomb, but we didn't touch. That's the important thing. It was a clean dive bomb. Around the last few corners here, Josh is going to take home third place, a podium for Josh here at Maggiore. I don't think I'm going to get him here in the corner unless he runs wide, which he isn't going to do. Josh is going to come across in third place. He's going to weave a little bit. Why not? I would. I'm going to come across in fourth, and a very well fought fifth for the German in the BMW. What a super race that was. Anyway, that's all we've got time for, so I hope you've enjoyed watching. Please give us a like and a share, and we will see you all next time.